Oh, it's a great tune, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Apparently now one of the most offensive tunes, according to some, in cinema history. It's funny how these things just end up magically working, isn't it? It's been a while since we last spoke about JK Rowling. I believe it was a couple months ago now. We spoke about how another one of the actors that she handed a career to jumped onto the anti-JK Rowling bandwagon. I believe it was Daniel Radcliffe this time, because these people have to do it, otherwise the communities that are also after JK Rowling will come after them and ask them, hey, do you not stand up for us, etc., etc. So everybody that's now standing for everything, which means they stand for nothing, are all part of Gryffindor. They're the saviors, and everybody else are just part of Slytherin. Is that the house? I think it is. It's just how these things work, right? JK Rowling is in the news again. She is trending everywhere for a couple of reasons. I'm sure you've all heard about this Hogwarts Legacy game. The game where apparently if you buy it, you are supporting the most monstrous, evil woman walking the planet. The biggest turf ever known to man. JK Rowling's being erased for her opinions. In my opinion, she's being erased from history just for simply having an opinion on the trans debate, as most people do now, right? They erase people that don't agree with the narrative. That's just how that also works. I mean, I just don't understand how people can't, separate the art from the artist. If her name triggers you so much and you shake with anger, I believe you've got other issues, right, that don't involve JK Rowling. But as I'm sure you've all seen, ladies and gentlemen, the boycotts are rife. They are everywhere. Everybody on TikTok, which we'll get into in a second, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, are all saying, do not buy this game. The battle cry has been sung. It is so evil. Please do not buy this game. Pixels on a screen are now offending everybody. The biggest turf, remember? Which, by the way, she's only being called a turf because she stuck up for women's rights, which I thought was the in thing. Oh yeah, no, unless it affects biological men who are claiming to be women, then it's offensive. It's funny how those things just magically work. But in this video, this user is calling for the boycott so hard that you should never mention her name again, because it lets her legacy live on. It gives her power. The real life Voldemort, essentially, then. Take a listen.
After this long, still supporting JK Rowling is an act of hostility towards your trans friends. So obviously, don't buy Hogwarts Legacy. But also, just because something doesn't directly put money into her pocket does not mean that she's not making money off of it. Whether it's a Harry Potter themed birthday party, or a TikTok video, or you go around for an icebreaker saying your Hogwarts house, none of those things are going to actually give JK Rowling directly money. But what they do give her is cultural significance. Because if the people who decide what movies or games or books to make look at the world and see that everyone is still talking about Harry Potter, of course they're going to make more Harry Potter. They want money, and that's a great way to get it. When you plan a Harry Potter party, you let people know it's cool to like Harry Potter. And even if you're not going to buy that game, somebody that you invited to that party is. Find a better book.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing that, I don't think I'm alone. I kind of just want to buy the video game and put it on my shelf with the rest of my Harry Potter books, which I'm not going to get rid of, by the way. I don't even play video games. How have we reached a point, ladies and gentlemen, where buying a video game, which I have to repeat is just pixels on a screen, is now offensive, right? You might like Harry Potter, you just want to enjoy all the spellcasting and stuff, but you're evil if you want to do that. What? But even reading the books now, according to this user and many other people, is a microaggression. Do not read the book. Find a better book. Kind of sounds like they're talking about the Bible right now, as we all know. Reading the Bible is also a microaggression, according to those to those very same people. But nobody's saying to you, look, you have to like JK Rowling. I understand people do not like her. Nobody's forcing you to like her, right? Obviously, there's a line you don't cross. You can't just send hateful, extreme tweets to her because she has a different opinion. But you don't have to like her, okay? But from what I can see and everybody else, there is one side of the political spectrum forcing everybody else to see their worldview and their beliefs. You're forcing it onto everybody else. That's not how public debate or public discourse works. I don't know if anybody's told you this, but one side is meant to say their opinion, another side says theirs, and then they come together and they debate, right? You don't kick, you don't cry, you don't scream, you don't shout because somebody has a different opinion. Is it because maybe, I don't know, public discourse, public debate just no longer exists? Who knows? But I'll have you know, ladies and gentlemen, these books are apparently so offensive to some people. There are individuals out there using their time so wisely, the time that God gave them to create something special, change the world, whilst other people are, suffering, etc., etc., they're using their time so wisely to etch her name out of the books. Seriously, they are spending their time erasing her name from books and reselling them for a higher price. A bookbinder that is 23 years old removes JK Rowling's name from Harry Potter novels amid furor over authors' transphobia and replaces them with new covers, which are sold for £140 each. The covers and copyright pages are removed and replaced with alternative versions. Each book takes around 12 hours to rebind, not including the time it takes to package and send it off to the buyer. The books are sold for £979 for a set of 7 and £140 for an individual book, with a percentage of each sale donated to transgender charities. So I just want to know, right, does this person actually think JK Rowling is transphobic, or are they just looking for a quick cash grab? Because unless these books include a wand that can actually cast spells, nobody should be spending £140 on a book. Which is funny to me, because these will be the very same people complaining about the cost of living crisis all over social media, which they're in their right to, but they're also selling a book that's £140. What did this person hope to achieve? The only thing I can think of, apart from wasting their time, is to maybe influence other people to do the same thing. So we completely erase JK Rowling from the special books she created. So with that thought, I think these people should just put down Harry Potter, put down the books, I know, and they should go and read George Orwell 1984, because halfway in, I think they'll start to realize they are creating a live action version of that book. Cancel culture now, from what I can see and everybody else can see, I think this is fact now, has more power than freedom of speech. But maybe that was the plan all along. Now, this last part, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a very serious part, which is why I've left it till the end. So if you're still here, thank you very much. But this is very concerning and quite shocking as well. I don't know if many of you have seen this. You probably have. I understand this isn't everybody, right? I understand this. But the people who advocate for this, even after looking at this tweet and really thinking about it, they will still say to themselves, why don't people listen to us? Why do people not want to talk to us, right? And as I said, I understand it's not everybody, but these sort of people are not helping you. They are harming you. I'm sorry. Let's just take a look. JK Rowling sent out this tweet saying, "A few of Scotland's wonderfully progressive and kind politicians posing proudly in front of banners calling for women to be," I don't even think I can say that word, and I don't really want to, but I think you know what that means, "and to be eaten." And as you can see in the picture, you can see what signs they're holding up. This is, I honestly have no words. This is scary to me. Right, and I'm sure many of you are shocked by that language. And I'm not only speaking for JK Rowling here, I'm speaking for just about every woman who speaks out against this sort of thing. Because if you have an opinion that doesn't, go along with the narrative of trans women being in your bathrooms, your changing rooms, etc., etc., you are then branded a TERF, right? You're not allowed to speak out. You have to accept this. This is how they view people. Look at the language they're using. To me, does that not concern anybody? And there are Scottish politicians in front of those people, and they will use the excuse, if questioned about this, "Oh, I didn't know that was there." Of course you did. You're smiling. As we all know, Scotland are all for this, transgender reform bill, which will allow 16-year-olds to change their gender. So it kind of doesn't surprise me they have these views anyway. But this should concern a lot of people, and I know there'll be many trans people that may be watching this or have seen that tweet, right? Trans women, and I know they won't agree with that. I know they won't. They won't agree with the language used. But their opinions, just like the women who voice their concerns about the bathrooms, change rooms, etc., get drowned out by the people who use aggressive language like that. And, what if it was the other way around? I think you all know the outrage would be huge, right? It'd be all over social media. It would be all over the news. Everybody would be talking about it. There would be protests everywhere. These are the double standards we're living in. And in my opinion, we're living in a very serious time. The culture war is coming very hard to the UK right now. It's trending every day now. Something to do with, progressive movements are trending every single day. And people that don't agree with it are being erased, like JK Rowling. In my opinion, we should praise her work. Praise the fact that she gave everybody such an exciting childhood. She shaped our childhoods, right? But we want to cancel somebody just because they have a different opinion? It's very scary times we're living in. If you have enjoyed today's video nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, then please for me, make sure to always leave a like rating. As I always say, leave your opinions down below also about this whole situation. How do you feel about JK Rowling? Do you still enjoy Harry Potter? Will you be buying the Hogwarts Legacy game? If you're new as well, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Please for me, make sure to always have a great day and stay safe. I'm out. Peace. See you next time.